Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the CRUSTY CANUCK podcast. It is a beautiful August 6, 2019. In today's episode, we're going to discuss some of my hate mail. Yes, I'm actually getting more of it, especially from young, impressionable little kids who think the proletariat is where it's at. And more follow-up information on the whole Jessica/Jonathan Yaniv BS from my last episode. All this and more coming up on the CRUSTY CANUCK podcast. Stay tuned.
Hit it, sweetheart. Because I am hard, you will not like me.
Aye, aye, sir.
There is no racial bigotry here. Here you are all equally worthless.
Greetings once again to the CRUSTY CANUCK podcast, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, CRUSTY CANUCK, on this beautiful August 6th. So, more hate mail, yeah. So, let me just sum it all up. If you individuals don't like what I have to say or what I have to do, nobody is saying that you have to tune into it. Nobody is saying you have to click like or comment or subscribe. Hey, as much as I welcome some comments, by all means, bring it to my attention. But actually formulate a good point. Formulate a suggestion. Formulate some kind of proof or fact that we can debate rather than just your fucking hurt feelings. Okay? Rather than just, sitting there saying, oh my God, you're so old and you're so cruel. Yeah, I'm older. That's the joy about being a person born before you. Being older. Okay? Being somewhat experienced. Actually having real lived experience compared to just you sitting in a classroom being told one thing or the next, or sitting in some bus stop, or sitting around at some party waiting for the second coming of Christ to turn your fucking water into wine. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to those kids out there, and I will say kids, you're acting like children again. Now, I've said this before in numerous episodes in my videos and in my podcast here in regards to your actions and your lack of actions. So, ladies and gentlemen, that being said, I'm going to read some of the comments that have been said to me the past couple days, actually. They're quite hilarious, especially where they're coming from. Now, I'm not going to mention these individual names, and not out of protection or their safety, just out of the fact that they're morons and they don't deserve any kind of platform other than just ridicule, And if you think that's harassment, ladies and gentlemen, or kids alike, well, no, it's not. It's trying to prove a point and trying to prove there's more to life than just your safe spaces and your hurt feelings. Okay? So we'll get that out of the way here in a moment, but it's funny some of the comments these kids have made. And I call them children because they act like children. They have no proper rebuttal or any kind of proper format to justify any of their claims on being nice to people, and yet half these kids can't even be nice to themselves, let alone other people. Right? So, here we go again. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, no, not that page. Not that page either. Oh, yeah. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. Anyhow, as I am trying to find more of these comments here. Oh, here we go. Yes, okay. Yes, according to an individual, who actually blocked out his profile. Oh, go figure, eh? I say to everybody, if you don't like to watch or listen to what I do, you don't have to. So here's this individual, quote unquote, you don't like to watch. And his response was, but you sponsored it. So you obviously want to slam this transphobic bullshit down people's throats. Another old white guy wants to scream at the world because it's changing and we're leaving dinosaurs like you to die. What a valuable public service. Hurry up and kick it already. You're standing in the way of progress. Hurry up and kick it already. You're standing in the way of progress. How is it progressive for an individual, whether you're male or female, to petition the government about a human rights violation when one business doesn't want to wax your balls? Nobody said this individual cannot live the life that they want on their means, on their terms. Yet when said individual is screaming about human rights and screaming about, oh, oppression and I'm oppressed and oh my God, please, please, please stop treating me like a victim and stop acting like a fucking victim. Okay, the individual out there that called me a dinosaur, yeah, I guess I'm older than you, sunshine. But you want to know something? Based on that statement, I can prove to you that I did more in my life when I was 25 than you have done now. Okay? And of course, this individual doesn't have his picture up, even though he's a trans person. I hate to tell you, sunshine, you don't look any more like a woman than you do a man. You just happen to have long hair and makeup on. That's it. Now, I'm not condemning you for it. You go ahead, girl or guy or whatever you want to be called. Knock yourself out. Live your life the way you want to. No one is telling you that you can't. But if you constantly have to live in an aspect where you need safety and personal fucking comfort 24/7, you're not progressing. You're degressing. Okay? Think about the people that made sacrifices for you to be where you're at right now. Whether it's a mother and father, whether it's two mothers or two fathers, or anybody who tolerated your fucking pessimistic bullshit. Okay? I, for one, I do believe in live and let live. I do. I do believe in people doing what the hell they want to do at their own bloody expense, on their own time, and doing things and earning things based on their own merits, on their own intestinal fortitude. Not the governments, not the provinces, not the municipality, right? And if you actually listen to my broadcast from last week, I said that very clear about Mr. Jonathan/Jessica Yaniv. I don't care how that individual lives his or her life. Go for it. I don't care if you walk around wearing a tutu, smelling the roses. I don't care if you do interpretive dance. I don't care if you use your menstrual blood to make a painting. But don't expect people to hurry up and agree with it because you need intellectual comfort. Intellectual comfort is not a right. It's not. Okay? And if you think you deserve something special or special treatment or better treatment just because you identify with this or you identify with that, you're missing the fucking point. You live in a country where you can do that. Unfortunately, we're seeing more and more every day that people are getting chastised and people are losing their jobs and people are getting deplatformed because of opinions. Now, you show me a situation right here and now where if anybody who has conservative values is a Nazi. Okay? You show me that right now. You give me an example of where that is or where that isn't. Right? I don't care how you live your life, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care how you identify. I don't care what you want to do with yourself. Get out there and enjoy it. Do it well. But for the love of fucking God, or whatever God you believe in, or whatever else you believe in, be a responsible adult about it. Okay? Be an adult. Whatever happened to resilience? Whatever happened to getting up in the morning and going to a job and doing the best you fucking can with what you got and having the opportunities to better yourself along the way? No, we can't do that now because someone might get offended. Okay, to these little kids out there who constantly promote this crap and you worry about hatred and divide, you're failing to realize that you're causing this divide. Okay? Now, I spent 20 years serving my country. And there was another comment here from some fucking clown, right? I won't mention his name, but we'll just call him Soy Boy, because he come across as a so-called superior intellect, superior in every way but reality. Okay? You obviously don't have the guts, sunshine, to serve your country in any capacity other than standing in line waiting for a fucking handout. Okay? And furthermore, I encourage debate. I don't encourage insults. I encourage debate. You want to debate me on something? Fine, debate me. But you want to sit there and think you're on the moral high horse because you're doing something progressive, and yet you're waving the hammer and sickle, or parts thereof. You're not being progressive. You're being regressive. Right? As I say, folks, you don't like what I have to say. You don't like my comments. And yeah, I have paid some money to advertise. That's the joy about trying to create your own little place in the world. You got to pay ahead. You got to pay it forward, right? Anyway, Tell me what you think. CrustyBCanuck67@gmail.com. Or at crustycanuck.ca. You can find me on Facebook. You can also find me on Instagram. And I actually have a Twitter account, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll leave a link at the bottom of the video here, or the podcast here for you. And I'm also working on more software to get more videos and content out to you. And a special thanks to Uptown Fiascos, that's his handle, for creating the graphics and the audio for me. Thanks again, buddy. It's appreciated. Never walk alone, man. I know. But, yeah. What else do you say, kids? What else do you say, ladies and gentlemen? You, my viewers, and my listeners alike, I thank you 110%. And a special thank you to my new subscribers out there in the Podbean. Thank you once again for subscribing. As I say again, please consider donating. A $5 to $10 committed donation a month will get you a free T-shirt, whether you do the Patreon page here on Podbean or at Subscribestar. I'm sorting some issues out with PayPal right now. I don't know, maybe they were compromised or something. But if you'd like to donate to me, by all means, you can do it via Patreon here in the Podbean. I'll leave the link at the end of the discussion. And Subscribestar. And if you'd like a shirt, let me know. If you give a donation and want a T-shirt, let me know. And then we can email each other, send the particulars, and you get yourself a free shirt. If you donate $3 to $5 a month committed on either one of those subscription pages, I will mail you a coffee mug of your choice from my teespring.com line. And I'll leave all the pertinent information at the end of this discussion, yet again, as always. So, back to all this hate mail stuff. I had a conversation with an individual saying that my facts weren't good enough. This is just hearsay. And this is also coming from a clown who never listened to any of my work. Basically just looking at my logo at face value thinking, oh my God, you're some kind of white nationalist. Yeah, what does the fact that me being white has to do with fucking anything? Okay? Honestly, what does it have to do with you being white or black or Asian or any kind of nationality you come from? Now, I've actually had a few good comments from some Asian Canadians. Really positive comments. I had some positive comments from a fellow from India. I've had a good comment from people from Pakistan. I've had some great comments from some Eastern Europeans. Even some of my American friends have sent me some good tidings and said some wonderful comments. Thank you all for the ones who've given me a positive boost and basically, stand your ground. And, in a way, I'll even thank some of the negative comments too, But why is race still such an issue with some of you clowns out there? Some of you SJW/commies/ transitioners, Yeah, I'm a white male. What's your excuse? I'm a white male in his 40s who has something to say. I'm a white male who spent 20 years being in an institution where I was not allowed to speak my mind or to speak out against any kind of status quo, right? Just to do my job to the best of my ability. Put up and shut up, right? Yeah. But now that I'm out and I'm working, and yes, I am working, but I'm not going to tell you my fucking job because I'm protecting my employers. And they don't need any more of your drama, let alone mine. So, I do work for a living, ladies and gentlemen, and I do it well. And the reason I'm asking for donations is to help me subsidize my income and to also help me make this channel even better, right? You only see it every other time you go on YouTube or any other kind of video format. People asking for money, but I'm actually sitting here working for it, right? I'm not putting any links at the end of my page here because for this episode, did no research. This is all atop my head, right? And as I say again to you commie listeners out there, if you do happen to listen to this show, don't like what I have to say, you don't have to fucking listen to it. You don't, right? And to my fans out there, to the people who have downloaded my work and appreciate my work, this is all for you too. And as I say, please comment and share alike. If you like what I have to say, and if you find me on the YouTube, don't forget to click that little red bell there and like and subscribe and comment and share around with all your family and friends. Let's get the word going out there. I'm just a guy with an opinion. But if any of you SJWs are listening and you're afraid, just think of yourself as Cartman from South Park,
The fat guy who wants all this attention for nothing, eh? Yeah, it's all about me,
Yeah, it's all about you. And you get out in the world and you start working and start paying your way forward. and start contributing to society rather than sitting around being a professional victim. Then you'll understand where I'm coming from, right? You'll understand where your parents were coming from. You'll understand what your grandparents were coming from, okay? Yes, I'm a white male. What's your excuse, right? What's your excuse? You know, do I owe you something? Yeah? Are you entitled to magical things just because you're here and now? Okay? Are you entitled to spin on things you don't like? Okay? You can burn the Canadian flag, but let's not touch the pride flag. Right? You can burn any provincial flag or any flag of history or tear down any monument that you desire, but we dare not touch your precious pride flag. Okay? I have homosexual friends, ladies and gentlemen, and they're good people. You know, I'll stand by their character, and I'll stand by their actions any day of the week, any time of day, any year. Because I became friends with them when I was a teenager. They knew where I was coming from. I knew where they were coming from. And those individuals grew up to be great people. I don't judge people on who they sleep with. I don't judge anybody how they wear makeup or if they wear makeup. Hell, some of my favorite rock stars used to wear makeup, for fuck's sakes. You know, it doesn't matter. And I guess some of your favorite rock stars used to wear makeup too, you know. But needless to say, I don't judge on the look. I judge in the action, right? And if you're going to take the action to disenfranchise somebody because your intellect is compromised, well, every goddamn day our intellect is compromised. Compromised and uncompromised. Every time you turn on the television, you read the paper. You know, but as I said before, if you don't like what you see, you don't have to listen. You don't have to watch. I loathe the Kardashians. I think they're pathetic. Do I watch their show? No. But do I want to go out of my way to see that they're chastised and ruined? No, I could care less. Right? There's a lot of shows that are on television right now that I can't stand. A lot of the CW shows are all teenagers and all hokey crap. You know? Jesus Christ, you ever watch a show called Riverdale? Fuck. What a sad show that is. Wow. Taking the Archie comics and turning it into a teenage soap opera. Ooh. That's sad. You know? That's sad. But hey, I don't like the show, so I don't watch it. So I'm not trying to disenfranchise anybody from doing it. Anyhow, enough of my ranting. All you little commie kids out there thinking your proletariat's going to save the day, guess again. I guess you haven't learned from history. Yeah? You haven't learned from history that Tiananmen Square was a bad thing, and tearing down the Berlin Wall was a bad thing, and Ceausescu from Romania was a bad man. And if you think communism is the key to all your problems, well, then you're obviously part of the problem. Think about it. No? Some people in life have to work a little bit harder to get ahead. Some don't. Some can figure out trigonometry just like that. Others have to work a bit harder. Right? But if you individuals out there that want to sit there and worry about the fact that I'm a cranky old white guy, then you're missing the point. You're putting color to something that doesn't need to be. Right? You want to call me a racist based on hearsay? Right? I have lots of friends in my life. Friends, not just acquaintances or people I worked with. I have lots of friends in my life that have come from all different backgrounds. One is First Nations. One is from Britain. One is from Spain. Another one is from Jamaica. So yes, if you worry about how diverse I am, there is diversity. But there is quite a bit of diversity of thought and ideas. Ideas that can help people rather than condemn people. So, to the children out there that constantly want to sit there and worry about how things look, start worrying about how you are. And what are some of the solutions you have to today's problems without looking at the so-called proletariat and your fucking communist manifested bullshit and your postmodernistic crap, right? Get out of the intellectual comfort zone and get into something real. Know that there's chaos around the corner. It can happen based on your choices. So make some good fucking choices for yourself. Okay? I don't care how you dress up. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how you identify. Just be a good adult about it. Shit simple, folks. Right? If you want to debate me, let's have a good debate. But base your debate on fact, not your feelings. I don't give two fucks about how these kids feel. Right? And I'm sure my listeners out there don't care about how I feel when I get up in the morning, or when I scratch my balls, or I brush my teeth, or when I shave my face or my head. You know what I mean? Really, live and let live. That's a simple policy. It's a classical liberal policy that I was raised with. And it's almost the libertarian policy that I kind of stand by too. I don't care what you do with your life. My personal security and welfare is not compromised because you want to put a wig and makeup on, or because you want to live your life as this or as that. But when you start trying to change the laws and the rules to protect feelings rather than fact, then we've got a problem, right? Don't try to tell me that the sun is the moon and the moon is the sun. Get it? 1984 was a book that was supposed to entertain you, not guide you. Right? So anyway, more follow-up in this Yaniv stuff. I'm not going to weigh in on it anymore, other than the fact that he's a sicko, or she's a sicko, and there have been numerous debates. There's an interesting debate that Blair White had with him, and I'll actually leave a link to that debate in regards to the whole case. You know, it's quite interesting, to say the least. But I'll let you decide. You, the viewer, the listener, you decide. You know, I get tired of weighing in on this crap, and it gets negative after a while. But needless to say, stand your ground, folks. You know, stand your ground. You know, go to work, pay your bills, love your kids, love your family, love your loved ones. Do what you want to do, but just be a good adult. And who cares if you're white, if you're black, if you're Asian? Who cares how you identify? I don't care how you identify. You know, I get so sick and tired of this whole group category we got to keep putting ourselves in because the so-called left likes it that way. You know, when people say people of color, why can't you just say people? So what if he's black? So what if this person's Asian? So what if this person's pink or purple or blue? People. Men, women. Right? Men and women alike. I've had educators from other countries. I had a math teacher in the 10th grade. He was black, but I wouldn't call him a person of color. I called him Mr. Tibbs. You know, like the movie? But no, his name wasn't Mr. Tibbs. His name was Mr. Spence. Hell of a basketball player, hell of a climber, and one hell of a math teacher. Right? Didn't faze me that he was black at the time. What fazed me is he was showing me how to do something properly. He was an adult taking his time to show me how to do something properly. That means more than the color of someone's skin. Right? So when you younger kids out there keep saying people of color, oh, marginalization, fuck you. Right? There's a lot of Canadians out there who overcame insurmountable odds, regardless of what color they were or what background they were. And they became good members of society. Why? Because they chose to. Right? Don't worry. A lot of white people out there that did some stupid things too. Right? But if I look at a criminal, I don't give a fuck what color the skin he is or what color the skin she is. I look at the individual taking the actions to do such rotten things, or the individual taking such actions to do great things, like Mr. Spence. Right? And Mr. Spence, if you are listening to this, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Right? That man is an example of what being a good adult is and was. Right? Owning your shit, taking responsibility, and doing the best you can with what you got. Right? Or what you have or what you can have. This country, both of our countries, especially my American friends out there, hello again. And my listeners, right? Opportunity is yours. It's up to you to take action and take it and do what it is. Anyhow, enough of this ranting and rambling. As I say again, to my listeners out there, thank you. To my new subscribers on YouTube, bravo. Thank you very much. Keep sharing and subscribing. Keep passing the word out there. And to my new subscribers here in the Podbean, thank you. I promise not to let you down. I'll say again, if you can donate anywhere from $5 to $10 a month, a committed donation, I will gladly give you a free T-shirt of your choice from my Teespring line. If you donate $3 to $5 a month, I will gladly give you a coffee mug. Just let me know what you're donating and when you're donating it and how you're doing it, and via email. You can reach me at CRUSTYBCANUCK67 at gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook under the same name, on the Instagram, and of course on Twitter. And I'll leave all the links at the end of this broadcast for you. But yeah, that's my spiel for now, ladies and gentlemen. On this beautiful August 6, 2019. Weather's okay, so-so. To all my friends out there and to my listeners, thank you once again for your undying patronage and your warm comments. And to the individuals out there that keep throwing your so-called hateful comments and calling me a dinosaur. Roar. Yeah, well, if you think I'm a dinosaur, kids, you ain't seen nothing yet. Right? Anyhow, I've been CRUSTY CANUCK. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, look after your loved ones. Be good to yourselves. And remember, humanity and merit wins the day. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.